I'll think about it. We're live! Woohoo! Yay, everybody!
Yay!
Happy Monday. I'm excited to be here. I am so excited. It is Monday. Y'all never see me live in the middle of the day. So if you're on the live, give us a hashtag live. If you're on the replay, give us a hashtag replay. Let us know that you are out there. I have my friend and guest, Melissa Mansfield-Anderson, here. And we're talking about a really cool summit this weekend. So tell me more about this wonderful event while I put up the link.
I'm so excited because it is for women, but it's not your, we're doing a lot of business summits because we're all focused on our business right now. But a lot of us that are the strong woman, the female business owner, the entrepreneur, we have taken such a hit mentally, emotionally, physically. Mm-hmm. And it was time to do a mental health summit, but not like a boring mental health summit, like a we kick ass mental health summit. So I've done these live in the past. This is the first time virtual, but I'm very excited because it allowed me to bring in some international speakers, and we have audience members coming in from Spain and Brazil and the Netherlands. So, and Women's Entrepreneur Network is the major sponsor. So this is super exciting. Yay!
I'm really excited to support this. And, it's such an honor to do it. And I'm a big believer because right now, I think people have kind of hit the wall. COVID is not gone. We're not done yet. There's no end in sight. All of the it's just 2 weeks thing has proven to be like a complete lie. And if you look at the epidemiology reports, it's not going anywhere anytime soon.
No, and it's funny, I'm up here in Maine, and you would think we're kind of away from everything, and we've had the great numbers for everything so far. And I really don't leave the house because I have multiple high-risk people in my house. But we were just named where I live, Androscoggin County was named the third, like a hotbed. We're like number 3 in the country. I'm like, we're in Maine.
How exciting!
Woo-hoo!
I know. Congratulations.
So needless to say, I still don't leave the house. Groceries come here, but I'm tired of it. Like I need my people. Mm-hmm. I've been interviewing speakers all week and asking them, each one of them, what is the biggest struggle that you've had this past year? And a majority of them have talked about the fact that they're people and they miss touching their friends, those hugs, those networking meetings in person where you can be personal, because that's a lot of entrepreneurship is relationships. And women, we're relationships, we're social creatures. So, and the tough part is if you look strong, like Haley, you're up here running this huge group, you clearly are a strong female. People look at me and they're like, oh my gosh, you're a strong female. You know what happens? Nobody calls us. People don't call us to check on us because they think we're okay.
Yeah, you look like you're okay, so you must be okay.
Right. But they don't know that last fall I was crying in the bathroom on the emergency suicide hotline. They don't know that. They don't expect to hear that. But it was COVID and what it did to my marriage and what it did to my business. And I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that looks great online that was suffering alone.
Yeah.
So
I have friends who, recently were saying, when it was just a few weeks, I was like gang-ho, I could deal with it. I was like on top of it and everything was amazing. And then the shit hit the fan and I realized that we're 14 months in and there's no end in sight and the anxiety is through the roof. And the need for self-care is like so much higher than it has been before. And I see it, not just with my women friends, but with my men, friends as well. And there's a lot of fatigue. There's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of depression, especially if you're a people person and you are isolated, it is really tough. I have one friend in particular who is such a people person. He needs hugs. And it's been so hard to not be able to get those hugs.
Absolutely. I'm lucky that I say I'm lucky. I'm 46 years old with a 3-year-old, but it gives me the everyday hugs, right? That I think that's one of the things that's helped save my sanity to some point. But like all the speakers that are speaking, everyone that's going to get up and speak on Saturday has a story of, like, they've really been through some shit, but it's not a wine fest. It's this is what I went through. And then they're going to talk about how they got through it and then give us all tips and steps so that we can implement some of that too. So no matter where you're at in life as a woman, there's going to be one of these people that's going to have something that's going to hit home for you, that's going to help you with the next day. And we are going to do some networking in there as well, and not business networking. We have a little project that I'll spring on you guys on Saturday, and we're going to break up into groups so we can get to know each other, because it's important that we make some more connections. It's hard at our age. You know, my age market for this is like 38 and up, and we're not all out there trying to make new friends, and it's even harder when it's virtual. But it's time now. We have to broaden our circles for more than just business. We have to be caring for each other as women.
And I've heard from people, and I actually had this conversation with my husband yesterday, talking about how a lot of times people don't see the connections and the relationships that they're building with people online to be real friendships. They're kind of fake pseudo friendships, or fake friendships, or they're not really there. And to me, that's always been kind of funny, because my strongest support network has always come from the women I know who are, who have kids that are the exact same age as my youngest daughter, or my son's age, or, the working moms groups that I'm in. And, we have stories that go back 15 years, which to me, when I think about them, are absolutely hilarious, and have brought us together and formed such a strong bond. But a lot of people don't have those relationships. So they're like, I'm not sure about this whole online thing. I'm not sure these are real people.
It's funny, because how many years have we been dating online? Now, granted, I'm married now. There was a time, years ago that I wasn't married and I was online dating, and we formed relationships that way from one state to another. One of my long-term boyfriends was 2 states away. We met online and formed our entire relationship like this. But there was no Zoom back then. It was Skype.
Yeah.
But it's the same now, when we're meeting and talking, and as long as there's that physical, I can see you. It's not as good as, I can hug you, but I can see you. And there needs to be, and we need to talk about a lot of stuff. I've noticed in my podcast, when I'm talking to women, we're not talking about the really serious things that are happening, like marriage is falling apart, questioning our parenting skills right now with how our kids are doing because they're depressed. And we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it because we need to normalize it, because it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
I need
dealing
help
with kids who are
so much
virtual schooling, or maybe your kid isn't virtual schooling, but there's all these other issues going on. There's a lot of things that, we need support on.
And I'm excited to have a day that I'm not talking about making money. And I love to make money, but I am excited to talk about things like coffee and wine and self-care and foolishness.
Chocolate, please.
Right. And just, I'm very much looking forward to it. I have a feeling at the end of the day, I'm just going to be able to breathe. I'll have gotten my hit of superpower from all the other women in the room.
Cool. Yeah, that's so cool. So what can people expect out of this event?
We've got a pretty packed day. The speakers, everyone is only speaking for a maximum of 20 minutes, because we want to make sure that everything stays with a great flow and there's fun. We've got some projects that are going to happen. When you register for the summit, you get a free drag and drop Canva vision board.
Oh, cool.
A lot of women probably won't have opened it by the time the summit comes. So we're actually going to break into groups, and we're going to help each other create a checklist so that after the event, women can then go through and see, okay, so for money, I want a boat this summer. I want this. So they'll be able to create their vision boards easier having worked together. And then they're going to be talking about the things that they want, the things that they're going to accomplish, which will help build more friendships. We're going to be doing during the lunchtime hour, you'll be able to go in and talk to some of the speakers. So if you want to grab your lunch and come back and sit down, we do have some other sponsors. They're going to have booths. You can go and speak to them. The speakers themselves, everybody gave away something that's a surprise that you'll get. So when you log into your dashboard on the day of the event, there's going to be links to go grab all your free downloaded stuff or claim your free things from the different speakers and sponsors. We have, let's see, it's quite a bit. There's a Q&A at the end for the VIPs. But it's going to be back to back to back, and it's great stories. And these are women that have gone through domestic violence, anxiety and depression, alcohol recovery, cancer recovery. Like, it's all really big stuff, but every single one of these women are like so positive. One woman is going to be coming in and talking about, she's Muslim, and she went from making a very, very small amount an hour to now being a multiple six-figure business owner, and talk about cultural oppression. So expect to get offline around 6:30 or 7 on Saturday night and sit back and realize how flipping amazing you are and how much opportunity is ahead of you because of how great you are.
That's awesome. I love it so much.
I'm excited.
So if you guys are registered, give us a hashtag registered. There's the link. I put it in the comments in the description above. I'd love to, see you guys there. This is our way of giving back.
Oh, and I totally forgot to tell you guys about the Benefacting organization. So every time I do a summit, there's always a benefiting nonprofit or organization that does something near and dear. And I grew up in a domestic violence household, so that has a lot of my summits end up having something to do with childhood sexual abuse or domestic violence. And this year's is Safe in Harm's Way. And she has created a network of survivors of domestic violence that now help women that are stuck in the cycle get the resources and the help that they need to get themselves out. Mm-hmm. So one of the things that we're doing, it's kind of fun, is we have these girl power stickers. And there's a fundraiser right now. They're really cute. They're holographic. They're waterproof, weatherproof. They're $3, no shipping, and all the funds are going right to Safe in Harm's Way. And that's already up. That fundraiser's up. So I can put the link in the comments of this video after. But so there's lots of fun little things that we're going to do. And what I guarantee is that there's not going to be anybody that walks away not having something, feeling something in a positive way.
I love it so much. That's beautiful.
I'm excited.
Me too.
My biggest challenge is that I can't hug everyone. Every time I have an event when somebody, because we're women, let's be honest, something's going to be said and some of us are going to cry. I cry at all my events. I'm a total baby. And the tough part is
being a baby.
Right? Crying is good. I'm not going to be able to hug people. Every time somebody cries at one of my events, I'm always, or if I'm the one speaking, then I'll get somebody that's next to them, hug her. But we don't have that. So I have to figure out a way. I might have something for everyone to print off so that if somebody's noticeably having a moment, we can kind of send a hug.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And there's all kinds of wonderful reactions you can do on Zoom.
Oh, absolutely. This is true. Yeah. Yep. So when you register, you won't get a link right away. The link is going to go out on Thursday. And then that morning you'll sign up. If you're VIP, you can register the night before at the 80s party. Woohoo! If you're a regular attendee, which it's free. I'm so excited that I was able to do this one for free. So you'll sign up in the morning, you'll register, and you'll be brought into your dashboard, and you can go to the main room. If the sponsors come early, you'll be able to check out their booths early, which I'm assuming some of them will probably want to be there just to say hi.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. Yay!
Exciting.
Yes, and we got another. I love this so much. Yay, thank you. Yeah, me too. This is the kind of thing that we really like to do here with Women's Entrepreneur Network. I'm really excited. I'm so stoked.
Yep.
It's beautiful. So incredibly beautiful. This is why we're here, y'all.
It is. It is, definitely.
So make sure you register, grab your seat. It's free. We're not trying to twist your arm into spending a ton. This is really a give back.
It is. When I realized that I was where I was back in mid-October, I was on the phone with my husband. We were arguing. We got off the phone. I sent a text. He sent a text. And that was what it did. It just pushed me over the edge. And all of a sudden, this woman who has gone through so much was breaking. And it's almost like I was looking at myself from the outside. And I grabbed my 18-year-old and I said, you need to grab your sister and go sit in the master bedroom. And I'm doing everything I can to keep it together. And I would never have thought that I would have been there mentally. Never. And I was. And it took about a month of really, I hid it for a little while. And even still, I think this is so messed up, but it's authentic. I think my mom will probably be hearing about this the first time, either through this live or on the event, because it's not something I talked about until just a couple of weeks ago, because I had to decide, what part of your story do you want to share, Melissa? And this is the big one. This is the one that, I mean, I've had a lot of stuff happen to me, but to have my mental self and my emotional self break down like that. And it was my female friends that brought me back, and nobody made me feel bad. Nobody made me feel like I was crazy, or this is normal. There's a lot of women that it's normal to feel this.
Yeah. So, no, it's completely normal. I've been there.
Yeah. It's scary.
I don't know how you not, I don't know how you know. Well, I mean, I'm sure that there are people who have never been there, but I've definitely been there with, my daughter, with everything. And yeah. And crying is therapeutic and healing. Absolutely.
Absolutely. It's funny. I spent a lot of time crying in my car this past year. Like I would pull in from either going to the grocery store or running out for whatever errand, and I would just sit in the car and cry. But it was good. It helped me get it out. And even still, I can feel the anxiety build up, but I know what's happening. And I will force myself to go have a good cry. I don't know about you, but I make the corniest playlists that I know are going to trigger emotion just so I can get that toxic energy out with a good cry in the shower.
Yeah, same.
Yep.
Same. And my husband had better not play those songs.
No, it's just, yeah. Yep.
Yep, totally. And it's all about perspective. Absolutely. Totally. That's why we're here. So make sure you guys register, please.
Yes, I would love to see you.
Hearty invitation.
And we have a surprise thing. So everyone that registers and when they get on has their camera on, I do have a member of the team that's taking everyone's name down. You're going to get like a little extra special something from me.
That's so cool. I love it.
Well, it's, not a lot of people want to take a shower in the morning. So I get it. So if you're willing to go through the process of being on camera, you should be rewarded.
That's cool. I love it so much. Cool. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. This is awesome. Y'all make sure you register, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to being a speaker on this summit. And I guess y'all will have to wait and hear what we are going to be talking about.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
It's been great to connect with you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining. And we will talk soon. Thank you, guys.
Bye, guys. Have a great day.